My name is Shannon and today we're going to do the perfect cartwheel. Sorry for those of you who haven't already been once today. Alright, so the objectives today are to explain how to do the perfect cartwheel, recognize safety precautions of performing this physical task, and identify the basic steps that a physical therapist could take in order to meet the needs of each of their patients. So, video being pumped up, let's hope it works.
Look at where you're going to be doing the cartwheel. So look where you're going to be placing your hand. So pick a spot. You ready to do this?
Yes, sir.
You know what? I'm going to stay here as long as it takes.
I really appreciate it.
I'm going to spot you. I spot you. Go.
Get it!
You did?
The perfect cartwheel.
Okay, good.
The rush. That's all I had to do all year.
Congratulations. Well, all right.
For those of you who are shocked. Okay, so why are we doing this? I'm an HNFE major, and I was able to shadow a physical therapist in order to teach you guys something. This is a basic skill, so I felt that you guys could be involved, and some people already know how to do a cartwheel, but it's kind of a fun thing to do. So it may not be like, quote unquote, the sexiest move out there to learn how to do, but it's a prime example of how a physical therapist would use a basic skill to start a patient off in order to kind of realize what health level they're at, so that their physical status can be taken under account and they can move on from that basic skill. So the 3 F's are fundamental, functional, and foundational. Like I said, it's a basic skill that they're going to build off of. It's kind of a starting point to get awareness of your flexibility, coordination, and in this case, upper body strength. And then the video is kind of a good example of goal setting. So create and set the goals to do the perfect cartwheel. And physical therapists oftentimes are going to have their patients set goals as part of the mental aspect of any physical activity so that you're mentally and physically reaching goals. There are multiple ways to do a cartwheel, and today we're going to learn how to do a front to back cartwheel. So safety, if you are currently or recently injured, I wouldn't suggest this. If you have any health conditions such as lightheadedness, like me this morning, I wouldn't suggest participating. And if you simply just don't feel comfortable, that's okay too. If you are fully healthy in the near future, I would recommend trying these skills that you learned today. Alright, so the first thing to do is you always want to stretch. So in this case, you're going to stretch legs, arms, and wrists, because that's the parts of your body that are going to be taking in the most weight bearing action. So the front to back cartwheel. Alright, so you want to make sure first that you're going to have enough room. So they say about 6 feet of space is a good amount of room. And then you're going to decide which leg is your dominant. So you could have someone do the push test. If you guys know what that is, someone stands behind you and pushes you whichever leg comes out. That's your dominant leg. If you already know your dominant leg, that's okay too. It's often sometimes correlated with your hand, your dominant hand, whichever hand you're right with. So you are going to start with that leg in a lunge stance, and you're going to lift both arms above your head, and then imagine a straight line, and you're going to place your hands on that straight line, and kick your leg up and over, and then stand up on the other side. And in a second, we can go out and practice. So, the key thing to remember when you're doing a cartwheel is hand, hand, foot, foot. So, it would be hand, hand, kick your foot, and then the other foot. And that way, it's just an easy thing to remember as you do it. If you don't know how to do a cartwheel. Some people already do. Alright. So, in summary, the reason we're doing this task is to kind of practice goal setting so that you can understand a physical therapist's point of view and that they're going to have to meet their patient's need. So, you know, if you are left foot or right foot dominant, they're going to have to meet that need in this case. And obviously, safety is an important thing. So, in this case, if you have a health condition, this might not be the best task for you to complete. And you don't have to. And then you're accommodating his needs as well. So, practice. Anyone who'd like to try a cartwheel or just do a cartwheel, we can go out in the hall real quick and do one. I know we're short on time, or I can just demonstrate one. It's up to you guys. Let me just do it. Okay, let's see a cartwheel. Perfect cartwheel. So, again, lunge, hand to hand, foot. Okay. Is there any questions, guys? No? All right. Here's my references. And there's a handout, since you guys didn't do it today, if you would like to go home and do it. If you already know how to do one, just recycle the paper.